The industrial plantation expansion model is one of the destructive sectors plagued with human rights violations associated with land grabs and deforestation for large-scale plantation business like oil palm, rubber, timber, eucalyptus, and pine. These have great impacts on local communities and women who rely on land and forest resources to survive. In this documentary drama, we would be exposing the strategies that industrial plantation companies use to take over community lands, destroy forest landscapes, and fuel community rights violations in Africa. Industrial plantation companies often approach the local communities to take undue advantage of them by deploying different deceptive tactics to compel community people through their leaders or paramount rulers to surrender their lands and forests to expand their monoculture plantation at the detriment of men, women, and children who play host to these companies. The investors often engage in the use of the instruments of promise, divide and rule, coercion, and in some cases, intimidation to arm twist the local communities and indigenous peoples to take over their lands. Most multinationals, particularly those engaged in oil palm and rubber plantations, are oftentimes guilty of illegal and forceful acquisition of community lands, thereby depriving the actual owners of the land the benefit of accessing and utilizing their land, forests, and the resources they bring. This causes untold hardship on smallholder farmers and forest-dependent communities.
You are welcome. I have not seen these faces in my community before. Are you from the neighboring community or what?
Yes. I am Mr. Roland Egwagi. I'm actually from Isiwe community.
Oh, Isiwe community. Yes. That is our neighboring community. You are welcome.
Thank you.
To what do we owe this August visit, even though it's not August yet?
Sitting right beside me is my own very boss. My Ogas will always.
That's how we call it.
Yes, we are from Treasure Base Investment. It's a company that is based in South Africa, where I also work.
Oh, I see. That is
not
why,
in Nigeria.
Where always South Africa. That is why you are both glowing like the morning sun. Young man, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
I hope we are safe.
Thank you very much, sir. You are very, very safe. Very safe.
My name is Frank, like my brother and colleague here already introduced me. We are from Treasure Base Investment in South Africa, and of course we are into plantations, rubber plantation, palm plantation. We go into communities, we invest in communities, create jobs for young people, the women, and of course a lot of economic activities that will benefit the communities. And we've actually been here, and we don't want to beat around the bush. We discovered that your community has a very fertile land, and we need to bring that investment here so that a lot of good things can begin to happen in our communities. And that's why we're here.
You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You see, what you have just said, it's a good one. In fact, it's a welcome development to our community, right? But before we further buttress, I want to talk to my chief. Okay. Please excuse me. From the way these young men are talking, Don't you sense trouble?
I don't think so. They just want land for their so-called plantation.
Land for their so-called plantation. And you know very well we do not have land within the community anymore. Every land belongs to an owner.
Enogi, I don't think that's an issue either. We'll just take them to the forest and show them space in the forest. It's not they want to start planting. You can't plant in the forest.
Osifo, you are very correct. Let us go back. Young man, I may not understand why you are here, but I think I have an idea. But before we talk further, I would like to show you the land that we have left, so that if you are ready to do business, then we can now talk.
We have actually gone round the community and we have found a specific place that will be good for this project.
You have gone around our community.
Exactly. And it will be a great home. If we can show you this place.
It's okay, if you say so. Let us go, Osifo. You mean this is where you are talking about?
Yes, this is the exact.
You see, I want to thank God that we actually came to see for ourselves.
So.
If not, maybe something else would have happened. You see, this land that you are talking about here, it belongs to a whole lot of people in this community. As a matter of fact, they have owners already. As a matter of fact, some of the lands that we are talking about here belongs to indigenes of this community. Yes, and so it will be very, very difficult for us to sell any of these lands.
Okay, man. See where that tree is?
Yes.
It's for Saudi.
Yes. So you see,
my brother.
What I would advise is let us go to the forest, because as you can see, there is no available land within the community.
It's not free.
So we can go to the forest.
This is, like I said earlier, this is the reason we came to. You see, this land is the perfect site for our plantation. The location, the type of soil, and other factors that we considered is the reason we want this land. Enoge, we have come to you to study. Please, use your good office and see how you can help us acquire this land. Enoge, my Oga here has just whispered to me that we should buy you some bread. 10 million naira for you and 5 million naira for your right hand man.
What did you just say?
No. So all these things that I have been saying, you are not listening. I just told you that this land, they belong to somebody. In fact, they have owners. Oh, now I see your mission. See, I believe you have overstayed your welcome. You can leave.
Your Highness, it hasn't gotten to that at all. Suppose we increase that small thing for the loaf of bread to 15 million naira for you, and 7 million naira for your right hand man.
Like I said,
let me see you. Do you know what that money can do to you right now?
I am convinced as well. How do I explain to the real owners of this land that we sold their land? What do I tell them?
That is not even an issue. It's an issue. We still have plenty of lands in the forest. We will force them to accept any of the land in replacement for this. See, I want to beg you. If we meet this opportunity, you are
very correct. After all, I am the Nogi of this community. Whatever I say is final. If I tell them and they refuse, they should go to the forest. Yes, as far as I am concerned, this land already belongs to
treasure
investment. It's anyone already asking. Anybody that has 10 heads should come and challenge me. Oh, yes. Not to challenge me.
No damn way. Oh, you must survive.
Oh, we ain't what?
In development for everybody. Tell me
My brother. Thank you very much. Yes, let us go to the because it's going to at the end of the bring development. Yes. Development.
Good man.
My people, I summoned you all here. I would like to go straight to the point because I know some of you will be busy with work or something.
You know.
If you look at the faces that are here, you are part or owners of the land around the Yokpaga and the river bank. Yes. Some of you are not really the rightful owner of that land. It is either your father's or your husband's.
Your husband.
Yes. Like I said before, let me go straight to the point. As the Enogie of this community, I want to use that land for something very, very important. Yes. Yes.
Development.
Yes.
Development.
It is not as if I am listen. It is not as if I'm going to leave you people with nothing. You see that land at Ugboza, the land at the forest at Ugboza. Yes. No, you people can go there and take as many lands as you want. Yes. It matters, yeah.
You see, Enoki is very magnanimous.
Yes.
Even if it is more than your land you want, Yari Ewo.
Because I'm a reasonable Enoki. Yes.
You all are aware that I personally inherited that portion of land in that boundary from my father, and I have been farming on that land for years now. So why will I sit? Why will I just sit down and be ripped up of my inheritance in a blink of an eye? Enoge, this is seriously unfair. It is unacceptable.
Let me just say something. In fact, I don't really understand why we are still discussing about this. Because I was here talking about my portion of the land in that boundary. The one we all fully know where that I have some crops that are yet to be harvested.
Okay.
Or is it the same land that I bought with my own money? I cannot sit here and fold my hands to watch anybody take that land from me. It is unacceptable and it will never happen.
Yes. Akolobenye, listen to me. As the Enoge of this community, I have said it and it is final. Yes. Why Gbiseyo?
Listen. No Gbiseyo. If you don't say it, say why kuhunti di your head.
Now let me tell you. Just like I have said, whoever is interested should go to the land in the forest. And for those of you that have crops on that land, I give you 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks to harvest your crops. Yes. So that you will not say that a wicked never. This will never happen. This is why I called you, and that is the end.
It will not happen. It will never happen. It can't happen. That's why I am alive. It will never work. This is not going to happen.
No way!
It's not going to happen.
No way, can't happen.
Crisis is brewing. The people's land and forest have been corruptly seized and given to the oil palm company. The people are angry, but the community leaders have compromised. The community people, including women, take their protest to the residence of the traditional ruler to register their displeasure over the illegal and forceful acquisition of their lands in the name of upcoming development of the community. The company used influential members of the local community to sign off community lands at the detriment of the actual landowners who are hardly consulted or compensated for lands grabbed, economic crops destroyed, or forest ecosystem destroyed.
My brothers, you are welcome to my house.
Thank you.
I was not expecting you. And please, don't mind the noise you are hearing. Look, this church near me. Today is their prayer meeting.
It's a normal thing for Africans.
We pray more than we walk. We can't think. You are an action man.
You know that we will even know a problem. We'll still pray of something.
Exactly. Anyway, we just said we should stop by and come and say thank you sincerely for last time what you did. It was very clear that you understood everything, even more than that. That's why we're here. Thank you. We are really very grateful.
Thank you very much. You know, the situation of the country these days, what money cannot
Mr. Ozifo, you are a very funny and lovely man. You see what we gave you the last time for the episode? We just want to know that that is just the tip of the iceberg compared to what we had now. And we want to let you know that there are more from where that came from. As long as you continue to understand our language and always be with us in case.
Mr. Frank, you see, the truth is with the present situation of the country, nobody does not. And it was very difficult last time to get the no-gate to concur. I had to meander with everything to do everything to make sure it works. But even as we speak right now, there are still some very special people in the community who are having issues with the because of this land. And among them are the leaders and some of the landowners. But it is chaotic at the moment.
You know what, Mr. Ozifo? See, our company, treasure-based PLC, we own largest, the fact, plantation in the Guinea, in Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and very huge. So our plan now is in the whole of West Africa. Whole of West Africa. We want to make sure we have the largest rubber plantation in Nigeria. And your community,
in my
community. So even if we are going to be asking for the entire land in your community, we will even be needing it. So like they say, Oliver Twist, so we need more land.
You see, actually, like you said, last time you said it's just land. Now one more thing, you let me know.
That's right, like an action man. Not those ones that they will be praying. But you know what? We understand that the times are hard and it's difficult, and like they say, there is nobody that will not understand the language of money. Money has a language.
Even my son, he said he's a pastor. He said the scripture says money answers all things.
Don't mind those who don't know how to make money. I like you. Now, what you will do for us? Help us, those youth leaders, help us convince them, get them to our side. We will give you money to mobilize them. Yes, to mobilize them.
The rest assured.
Yes,
Roland, you are sure the
yes.
rest assured.
if that is so, then you need the rest. Of money.
I told you.
The community leaders are not going back on their decision to deal with the industrial plantation company because a lot of waters have passed under the bridge. They are prepared to crush anyone that stands on their way because they must protect the source of their sudden ill-gotten wealth. This is one of the tactics deployed by industrial plantation companies in Africa to promote divide and rule, as well as instigate violence between community people while they grab more lands, increase their production, and smile to the bank. As agitations brew in the community, the youth leaders putting up resistance to taking over their lands are also targeted and bought over with money by the agents of the industrial plantation companies.
5 million. If now 5 million, you just call like that. 5 million. If we don't agree. We don't agree. Who want to stop them? Mr. Frank?
They succeed in buying them over. The multinational companies are happy. They have taken over a reasonable portion of the community lands, with parts of their forest cleared and waiting to be converted for oil palm plantation expansion project. Yet, they want more. Indeed, what money cannot buy, more money certainly can buy. But at whose cost? At the cost of local communities and indigenous people and women who depend on land and forest for their daily sustenance. More community lands have now been acquired.
This can never happen. This is never going to happen in this land. Sadly, you can just imagine. A land that myself and my wife suffered so dearly before we were able to raise money to buy that land.
Exactly.
So some strangers will just come out from nowhere, all in the name of investors. They will not connive with they did not connive with our Enogi and some elders to take what rightfully belongs to me. It will never happen.
Me, I'm not just worried though.
Abi?
Do you know why?
Why?
Okay, I will tell you. Did you observe that Ikponwosa was not in that meeting?
Ikponwosa, the youth leader, you mean?
Yes, of course. I know very well that Ikponwosa and the youth escorts can never be part of this. So I am suggesting that we gather every landowners that are victims of this land grabbing. We will beg them, go with some bottles of wine so that they will help us.
That is correct, that is correct.
Yes.
But you know, I know very well that Ikponwosa will never be a part of that evil act.
Are you sure?
Yes, because you know that when Ikponwosa gets involved in things like this, it is either going to result to violence. So I suggest before we let him know, let us first of all go to meet these persons that they are involved in this land grabbing issue with Enogi. Let us gather first so that we will go and look for a way out. If possible, go with a peaceful protest. Just listen to us. By that time, we will not involve our dear youth leader. I know he will handle that case. That is what we are going to do.
You are very correct. That is exactly what we will do.
Let's go and move it. Let's go and talk to them.
Let's go.
Enogi, don't mind them. Leave them for me. Just leave them for me.
I know you folk can handle this.
Leave them for me.
I know you can handle this.
As long you have seen me.
No, we didn't see you. As long as
something has.
I trust you, you leader. I trust you.
That and not that open.
He said, how are you? Leader.
The best Enogi in this community. Yes.
This is unbelievable. Is this not our youth? Does it mean they are not part of this plan?
Ikponwosa! Wait. Ikponwosa!
My people, calm down.
We are all together. And we are in this together. See, whatever we are doing is for the benefit for everybody.
Lies! Yes! All these are cheap lies. How is this our benefit? Ha! Oh, Edalsifo. We entrusted you people with our lives and properties. Now look at what you people have done to us. You all have succeeded in taking everything that rightfully belongs to us. And you call this our benefit. You have succeeded in siphoning the money and everything in this village to your own pockets.
Wait, Pema, are you talking to elders?
I am so disappointed with all our chiefs and Enoge in this community.
Yes.
Yes. Even if the people were able to buy the minds of our Enoge. Exactly. What happened to our youth today?
How? Bosa.
Ikpawosa. I never knew you were into this. I am very disappointed in you. You stoop so low.
Enough! What's all this noise for? Ask them. Ask them.
Oh!
What?
Oh! So we are making noise, right?
Hi. Hi.
That some strangers came into our land in the name of investors. Bought our Enoge and
exactly.
And even bought our very own youth. Ikpawosa collected our inheritance. Lands we bought with our hard-earned money without any form of compensation. And you are here telling us we are making noise. The noise have not started. You will hear more noise.
Yes. You know what? I am not in for this. Since you all have turned a different lane, then we all will have to find a way to get our land back.
Yes! Now you all listening. You had better go back to your houses and stop all this rubbish.
Yes!
Enoge here has done his best. If any of you try nonsense in this community, hi Ikpawosa, we sweep you off your feet.
No way! I said no way! My God will punish all of you!
Yes!
Will punish all of you!
Yes!
In fact, my father's grave will fight you all!
Yes!
You have not seen anything.
Take them out of this place.
Madam, yes.
You should leave this place.
Leave this place!
This will never happen. This will never happen. This will happen.
You see this slim boy? It's that tiny one. That tiny one is a problem.
The community is further divided and confusion reigns in the land. Roland.
Yes, boss.
I'm really getting very worried about the crisis that is still brewing between these community leaders and the landowners. I'm getting really very scared. I don't know whether, don't you think we are taking risk here? I don't feel safe here anymore. Maybe we should discontinue this cultivation of the plantation stuff. Or what do you think?
No, boss. You don't have to worry about all this. I know my people and my people know me. Don't be surprised one day they may just leave their house for us to stay and run on to the bush. Because after all, they are bush people.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, maybe, I think, if I may suggest, maybe we should make many more promises to them.
Okay.
Promise to employ their youths with juicy salaries and promise to give them hospitals. They don't even have one. The roads and of course schools. Maybe that we calm them down and allow us.
Brilliant idea, boss. Brilliant idea. And the truth is that even if we are just able to fulfill 5% of the 10% we promised them, it's something. At least that will keep them on shop.
That should be.
Yes.
I think that's the way to go. But anyway, the POP guy.
Yeah, I will get.
Some of those whose lands have been forcefully taken continue to insist on their rights. Their actions are vehemently resisted by the industrial plantation company, the new sheriff in town.
What's that? So you mean these people will not leave this land? Okay, despite the money they have swallowed, and they are still dragging this land with us. Okay, the Enoge must not tell us that he's not aware of this. He cannot.
It's okay, boss. Don't worry. Let me just drop you off. I'll go and see Chief Osifu immediately. Please.
They have been emboldened by influential members of the community who have clearly sold their consciences for money.
Having many. This extra land, thank God I have it. I'm going to arrange a very sweet house at the end. Hey, Mr. Roland! I was not expecting. You didn't tell me you were coming.
You're welcome, sir. Mr. Roland!
Hey, stop that. Osifu, what is going on? You are all aware of the sacrifice my company is making to ensure we fulfill the promises we made to your people.
Yes.
And you're also aware that we have already started the road construction.
We have seen
together with the electricity project.
Bam.
So what is happening?
I don't understand.
What is it? Because right now, your people are disturbing us. And my boss is not really happy about this whole thing. That is the reason he's not here with me.
Seriously?
Yes.
Your guy did not come. What happened?
Some individuals are still encroaching on the land.
In this community?
Yes. You have to call your people to order. You have to put a stop to this nonsense because my boss is not taking it lightly at all.
Mr. Roland, see, personally, I want to say I am sorry on behalf of my community.
Yeah, sorry.
We're very sorry. And I want to promise you, I will personally look into this matter and fish out everybody that is involved in this.
You better do.
And I promise you too, I am going to personally deal with them illegally.
You better do.
And
you better do.
Don't worry.
Yes.
Only said, okay, please, you will talk to the youth leader. 2 of you must personally go and look for who is behind this thing and they cannot come and spoil our development. Huh? We will deal with them. Mr. Roland, don't worry.
They resort to threats, violence, and intimidation of anyone who dares to stand on their way.
Where is this woman? Where is this woman? Where is this one?
Who are you?
Come out here.
What have I done again?
Have you not been warned not to step on that land?
Oh, that's my inheritance. That is my land.
Your inheritance?
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Hey!
Get down! Move!
Hey.
Move!
I'm not going to
leave this place!
Leave me!
It's your inheritance, Abi! Your inheritance! Move!
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Move! Move!
This is unfair. Leave me alone.
Move!
Leave me alone.
Stay there. This is the woman you are.
Stay. Oh, the lady we saw on our land? Yes. You, this woman, are you aware that this land, right from here to where we found you, belongs to Treasure Base, our company? We signed agreement with your community. If we find you there again, if you have any problem to sort out, go and meet your community leaders. Roland,
yes, sir.
If we find anybody there again, we get them arrested, lock them up. I think that should serve as a warning. This is the last warning, woman.
Why are you against the development of your community? Please, just take her away, please.
Take her away.
Come, follow me. Lead her out of this place.
That's very bad.
The locals are now terrified and opposing voices gradually being silenced.
That's how it happened.
Yes, so they even threatened to deal with anyone who obstructs them again. That they will not only confront the person, they will get the person arrested and take him or her to Abuja.
So, what's the meaning of this now? I don't really understand what is going on anymore. Does it mean that the Enogi have also sold his rights to take decision over issues in this land?
Oh!
How come they are not the one passing judgment?
Oh, I smell trouble. Big one at that.
Now that they are constructing some roads, and I also learned that they have started the electricity projects. You know what it means now? Enogi will just give them support to kill anyone if they wish to.
For real?
Look, this is serious. Look, the only road I saw them constructing is the Ekon road that leads to the plantation farm. And that is not even the major road.
That road is not a major road. It's not a major road.
Wait, oh. Are you sure it's not what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Anyway, let's just fold our hands and watch. That is all I have to say.
The multinational company is now fully in charge. The community leaders have completely sold out their birthrights.
You know what? Yesterday night I was calling your phone. It rang and rang and rang. You're not picking. So I was confused.
Maybe I was asleep already. Yes.
Well, the reason I was actually calling was that my son was coming back home, but your security man at the gate refused to allow him in. So it got so tense that I had to. Okay, let me call so you speak to them. And it was annoying and confusing.
I'm sure he came late, and for security reasons, we have to protect our investment. Mr. Osifo, we must protect our multi-billion naira investment.
No, I don't get it. I really don't get it. You mean if we are coming home now to our own community, our own time, to our own house, we need to work with your timing everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
Even a man of my own caliber.
Mr. Osifo, you don't understand what we are talking about. We are talking about multi-billion naira investment. It's our priority to protect it. Even your people too, they are also under our protection.
So in fact, tell your people. Please, tell your people. Once it's 10 p.m., 10 o'clock in the evening, if they have not entered this community, we have instructed the security men to lock the gate and lock them out.
Yes,
they should stay wherever they are.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you mean these days we will not have to work with your timing?
You are not understanding this whole thing.
No, I'm not.
Listen, those men that are working with us, they are under our security. So we have to protect them. And even your own community too, we are also protecting it too. So
but if that is why you called us, I think this meeting is over.
Yes. Is that the reason you called us?
Yes. Really?
Oh, okay,
this meeting is over. We have a lot to do.
Please.
No, Mr. Frank, it's a new line of development here. The first time you came in here, you were subtle, calm. Roland was more of the gripper. But these days, it's like things are changing. I don't understand.
No, Mr. Osifo, please. Don't talk to my boss like that. Please. Please. Is that the reason you sent for us? Oh, okay. I think we have tried.
Okay. The meeting is over.
Please make sure you adhere. Okay?
Warn your people.
Exactly.
Yes,
adhere, okay?
So that's this level. We cannot even come home at our own time. They have come that far. No, now it is not proper. It's not okay. They should learn to handle this with caution. How can people just no.
no, Mama is it the FO? Thank God you are here. You see, I sent for you.
Okay.
And the reason is this. You see, in as much first let me apologize for what
that's what you should be doing.
But in as much as our people are still encroaching on this land, your properties, but the way you are handling it is not proper. Because of this issue. Because of this issue now, our Enogi has been summoned to the palace in Benin for questioning. So the matter is getting out of hand. So I will advise people should, whatever you want to do, always let me know first before you do anything.
Mr. Osifo, I understand what you are saying. And in as much as maybe probably we took the laws into, or we took immeasurable actions, but let me tell you something, that this issue is involving the federal government too. So just be aware that if such thing repeats itself again, anybody involved may be taken to Abuja. And I will not be a part of it. You are asking me.
Has it gotten to that extent?
You are asking me. You better put your people in order. Call them to order.
It's okay, Mr. Roland. It's okay. But like I said, please, always let me know before any action is taken. Because the way it is now, the Enogi is in...
Well, we are not interested in whatever you are saying, but just make sure that such thing does not repeat itself again. But let's just leave him. Let's go.
And they should not forget the agreement they signed and the money they have swallowed.
They swallowed, they're ready.
We go not this morning. I think it has gotten to this level.
Even up to federal government.
But what are we going to do now?
I don't know. But we just have to wait for the Enogi to return back from it. Because Abuja is involved. I don't have... Nobody should beat me. Let's wait for the
Enogi. Let's wait for Enogi.
Better.
Did you see what just happened at Pa Osifo's? I think we need to have a rethink, because all those statements those strangers made in that place, it's not going to be funny. They have involved the federal government into the issue, because I do not believe that this was what Pa Osifo told me earlier on. I could have not agreed with them.
No. Are you sure the Enogi read the agreement before signing?
I don't think he read it properly. Because if he is aware of all these things the stranger just said to Pa Osifo, I don't think the Enogi will append his signature to that paper. But this thing is funny. My fear now is that, remember, we share part of the crumbs. Anything that happens will also fall on us.
That is true.
I think what we will do now, we need to try and make peace with the landowners. Let us see if we can buy back their trust. You know, they trusted me and they believed in me before I gave in into this deception. Let's see if we can get their trust back.
Are you sure they will believe in us again?
Let us just try.
Like I said earlier on, these things are getting seriously out of hand. This is what I complained of the first time. Now, the thing is getting seriously out of hand. People cannot access their home as at when they want. The light you promised, there's no light, it's only light in your company. I don't know, the community is fed up, we are tired. We are tired. This is not what you told us.
But you know you can't eat your cake and have it now.
No matter what is going to happen.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay. No, here they come. What is all this?
We can no longer tolerate what is going on in this community.
I don't understand.
You know me very well. I will never betray the trust and the belief my people have for me in this community.
Yes. Epa, enough is enough. Enough is enough. The employment they promise the youth of this community. Employment we did not see. Epa, we are tired. We are out of patience.
Epa, it's not just about employment. This same person sitting down here, they promised us electricity. But the electricity they brought to the village, what happened? They channeled it to their company. Look at them.
And again, Epa, they promised us good road. The only road they constructed was the one leading to their company.
Yes, company.
Enough is enough. They will all leave.
Excuse me. What's the noise about? What are you both saying? Well, I think we've had enough of these people. Yes. Now, for your information, once it's 10 p.m. in this community, anywhere you are, you sleep there. For security reasons, we can't spend so much money investing here and not protect our investment. Yes. Have you heard me? We're only just being kind to you. Yes. Merciful. Even your houses, the whole of this community, it's been sold to us. Your Enoge is aware he took money. Yes. Well over 15 million. Mr. Ozifo here. And some of your community leaders shared money.
And they signed agreement to that effect.
Yes. In case you don't know, these people took money from us. Even the youth. In fact, they signed agreement. Even your youth chairman. Look at him. Ask him if we are lying. Nonsense. Now, as far as we are concerned, the whole of this community land now belongs to a treasure-based investment company. We lock the gate whenever we want to lock it. Exactly. Security men everywhere, they are everywhere. And if you do anyhow, they say, please, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Do not say you didn't hear. We are now in charge of this community. I think
if you have anything at all to ask about, ask him.
Ask him.
Epa.
Let's leave here.
Mr. Frost.
Let's leave here.
Mr.
Don't roll on
in our community.
Epa. No, don't worry.
My people, this was not the agreement we had. You never told me that these people had this kind of agreement.
They said they want to lease land. We did not sell land to them. Well, you know. But that was not what they
Did you eat money?
Did you money? 10 million. Everybody wait. 5 million.
Epa, we shall wait for the return of the Enoge. Yes. When the Enoge returns, this community will be hot for all of us.
Now, wait. We need to wait for Enoge to come. A Pacific here will not go upon.
Exactly. The Industrial Plantation Company continues with their plantation projects activities, and the impacts of their devastating operations continue to pose environmental, social, and gender consequences in community territories across different countries in Africa and beyond. Communities, women, activists around the continent will continue to resist this dangerous eco-business of large-scale monoculture plantation expansion plagued with rife human rights violations. Plantations are not forests. Our forest is our life.